Imagine looking up at the night sky and realizing humanity can never go there again. No satellites, no space stations, no rockets breaking through the clouds, just silence. A glittering halo of death, orbiting above our heads, fragments of metal, paint, and shattered satellites, flying faster than bullets, slicing through anything that dares to launch. It sounds like the plot of a science fiction movie. Something impossible, distant, but it's not. Experts warn that this nightmare, known as the space junk apocalypse, could happen in our lifetime. And if it does, humanity's dream of space exploration could end forever. So how did we reach this point? What caused the crisis above our skies? And can anything be done before space becomes a graveyard we can never escape from? Right now, Earth is surrounded by a glittering shroud of debris, a man-made halo built from 60 years of exploration, innovation, and neglect. Defunct satellites drift aimlessly through the void. Spent rocket stages spin endlessly, leaking fuel and metal shards. There are even lost tools, a wrench, a glove, a scrap of insulation floating through orbit at 17,000 miles per hour. Each of these fragments, no matter how small, is a bullet in space. A tiny screw at that speed carries the energy of an exploding grenade. One strike could rip a hole through a spacecraft, shred solar panels, or pierce the hull of the International Space Station. But what's truly terrifying is how much junk there already is. Over 100 million pieces of debris now circle our planet, and every year, thousands more are added, leftovers from rocket launches, collisions, and weapons tests. The skies above Earth have become an invisible minefield, and we keep making it worse. In the early days of space exploration, the problem was manageable. We launched one satellite at a time, each mission carefully planned, each orbit nearly empty. But today, space has changed. It's no longer the realm of a few governments, it's a booming industry. Companies like SpaceX, Amazon, and OneWeb are building mega constellations, tens of thousands of satellites designed to deliver global internet coverage. SpaceX alone plans to launch over 40,000 Starlink satellites, more than all the satellites launched in the entire history of spaceflight combined. And while that future promises connection and innovation, it also means chaos. Each new launch increases the risk of collision. Each failure adds more fragments. Because in orbit, one crash doesn't just destroy two satellites, it multiplies destruction. One impact creates thousands of fragments. Those fragments collide with others, creating even more, a chain reaction that spirals out of control. That nightmare has a name: the Kessler Syndrome. In 1978, NASA scientist Donald Kessler issued a chilling warning. He proposed that as debris in orbit grows denser, collisions will become inevitable and self-sustaining. Even if we stop launching new satellites, the existing debris will continue colliding, multiplying, and spreading until space becomes completely unusable. It's a doomsday loop, a runaway reaction that could last for centuries. Imagine rockets trapped on Earth, astronauts grounded permanently, GPS, weather forecasts, satellite communication gone. No internet, no global positioning, no international broadcasting, no emergency systems. Every part of our modern world relies on satellites, and without them, civilization would step backward overnight. If Kessler Syndrome ever begins, there's no easy way to stop it. Humanity would be locked on Earth, staring up at a sky we once owned, now turned against us. So what makes it so dangerous? Picture this. It starts with one collision. Two old satellites slam together. Thousands of fragments scatter, hitting others which shatter in turn. Within days, orbit becomes a cloud of chaos, an unstoppable storm of metal, glass, and wire. The International Space Station would be forced to evacuate. Starlink satellites would fail. Communications would collapse. And as Earth's orbit becomes too dangerous for rockets to pass through, humanity would be trapped below. The dream of colonizing Mars, of exploring the moon, of reaching the stars is gone. The Kessler Syndrome isn't just a scientific theory. It's the end of the space age. And this isn't just a theory, it's already happening. In 2007, China destroyed one of its own weather satellites during a missile test, scattering over 3,000 fragments into orbit. 2 years later, In 2009, a defunct Russian satellite slammed into an American communications satellite, generating another 2,000 pieces of debris. And in 2021, astronauts aboard the International Space Station were forced to take shelter when debris from another Russian weapons test came dangerously close, traveling at a speed so high that even a tiny fragment could have destroyed the station entirely. Each of these events added to the growing web of debris surrounding Earth. And with every incident, the odds of the next collision increase. It's a ticking clock that resets faster each year. In a dramatic twist to China's crewed spaceflight program, the 3 astronauts of the Shenzhou 20 mission, Commander Chen Dong, Chen Zhongrui, and Wang Jie, successfully returned to Earth on the 14th of November, 2025, but not aboard their originally assigned spacecraft. The crew had spent 204 days aboard the Tiangong space station, setting a new record for China's astronaut stay in orbit. Their scheduled return on the 5th of November was postponed after inspections revealed tiny cracks in the viewport window of the Shenzhou 20 return capsule, most likely caused by high-velocity space debris. As a result, mission controllers from the China Manned Space Agency, CMSA, made a fast pivot. Instead of riding home in the Shenzhou 20 capsule, the crew returned aboard the newly arrived Shenzhou 21 vehicle, originally intended for the relief crew. The capsule touched down safely at the Dongfeng landing site in Inner Mongolia, and all 3 astronauts emerged in good health. Meanwhile, the Shenzhou 20 capsule, the one with the cracked window, remains docked at Tiangong to continue unmanned experiments, as its return capability has been ruled out. This incident serves as a stark reminder of the growing danger posed by orbital debris. Even a small fragment, perhaps only a few centimeters in size, can compromise critical spacecraft systems. It also highlights the importance of contingency planning in crewed space missions, and the brinkmanship involved when a backup spacecraft must carry the crew home. For China's space program, this was a successful test of resilience and flexibility. But for the global space community, it underscores a universal truth. In space, safety margins are thin, and the smallest threats can cast the longest shadows. But not everyone is giving up. Around the world, scientists and engineers are racing against time to clean up the sky. In Japan, the space agency JAXA is testing an electrodynamic tether, a wire that uses Earth's magnetic field to pull junk down into the atmosphere, where it burns up safely. In Switzerland, the startup ClearSpace is designing a robotic satellite with mechanical arms that can grab dead satellites and drag them back to Earth. In the UK, researchers are experimenting with lasers to nudge small fragments out of orbit. And in the US, private companies are proposing space tow trucks, reusable vehicles that can dock with old satellites, refuel them, or push them into safe disposal orbits. Technology is emerging. The willpower, not so much. Because cleanup is expensive. There's no profit in removing junk, only cost. And while nations compete to launch faster, cheaper, and higher, almost no one wants to pay the bill for the damage already done. It's the ultimate tragedy of the commons. Everyone benefits from a clean orbit, but no one wants to take responsibility for cleaning it. Still, some hope remains. NASA is exploring new orbital rules that require every satellite to be deorbited within 5 years of its mission ending. The European Space Agency is pushing for sustainable spaceflight, treating orbit like an environment that must be protected. And organizations around the world are calling for an international treaty on orbital preservation, a global agreement to prevent the collapse of Earth's most important frontier. Because if we lose orbit, we lose everything. Every image from the Hubble telescope, every GPS coordinate guides an airplane, every emergency signal, weather map, and internet connection. Space isn't just a frontier, it's the backbone of modern civilization. And right now, that backbone is cracking. So where does this end? If humanity acts now, there's still a path forward, a way to clean orbit, redesign satellites, and keep our connection to the stars. But if we keep ignoring the problem, if we keep launching faster than we clean, the day will come when the sky itself turns against us. No more rockets, no more satellites, no more dreams of Mars or the moon. Just silence above us, a glittering ring of our own mistakes, forever orbiting the planet that made them. The space junk apocalypse won't come with fire or thunder. It'll come quietly, gradually, until one day we look up and realize space is gone. The question is no longer if it will happen. The question is, will we stop it in time? If you believe space is worth saving, make sure to like, subscribe, and join us for more stories that matter. Together, we can keep the universe open.